Behind the lines, 3, 2, 1, dive.
Now going into qualification, match number 37, 1699, coming swinging out of the gate, removing some algae over from the reef zone. Meanwhile, team 558 having a piece of coral and trying to see if they can place it up over onto the reef. Now coming into the teleoperated period, 1699, getting a piece of coral over from the coral processor and trying to place it up over onto the reef zone, and that looks promising. Meanwhile, over on the blue lines, team 1153 playing basketball with the algae and trying to place it up over on the net. 1153 shoots and they score. Meanwhile, 5,000 hammerheads grabbing some coal from the coral processor, trying to see where they're going to end up going with it. 1153 going through, clearing the algae. Meanwhile, their alliance partner, team 558, hanging out over by the coral processor, trying to see if they can grab some more coral as well. Over on the red alliance side, 6333 scavenger robotics, trying to see if they can grab a piece of coral. Meanwhile, their red alliance partner, team 10254, having a piece of algae and bring it over to the blue alliance side. The blue alliance processor, 1699, having a piece of coral, whipping around the entire reef zone and placing it up onto the high level. Meanwhile, 1153 over on the blue alliance side, removing some algae. 5,000 hammerheads also removing more algae, completely clearing the algae from the blue alliance reef zone. Meanwhile, over on the red alliance, 1699 trying to see if they can grab some coral and place it up over onto the reef zone. 35 seconds remain. (1153) starting to make their way over to the barge. 6333 placing another piece of coral up onto the reef zone. 1699 placing another piece of coral on the reef zone. That sound does mean there's 20 seconds left. 10254 making their way over to the cage. 6333 also making their way over to the cage. 1153 already hanging on the cage by the barge. 1699 is trying to see how many pieces of coral they can get before time expires, which is now. As time expires, we'll have an official score for you here in just a moment. With the score of 149 to 104, the Red Alliance swimming away with 5 ranking points for qualification match number 37.